So most people try to grow their GoHighLevel SaaS the wrong way. I've made over $1 million selling GoHighLevel SaaS over the past 4 years, but it's probably not the way you might expect. In this video, I'll share my 5-step blueprint to help you to grow your GoHighLevel SaaS to $10K per month, even if you're starting with your first dollar. All right, so here's the blueprint. Here's everything we're gonna be going through. All right, so step number 1 is niche selection. I 100% believe that you should select a niche because this allows you to productize your services. It allows you to get more testimonials and case studies in a particular niche, which is gonna make it easier to market and sell your business. And so I 100% think that you should select a niche. There are 4 considerations that you can think of to help you to pick the perfect niche for you and your personality, okay? So let's dig in and let's see what those considerations are. So the first one here is skills, knowledge, and experience. So ask yourself and list out, do I have any niches that I have previous skills, knowledge, and experience, and even connections in? Because that's going to help you to, one, it's going to help you to skip the learning curve because you probably already know the lingo, you know the pain points that they're struggling with, and maybe even know how to solve some of those pain points, and that's going to help you to move a lot faster. Also, if you have connections in a particular niche, that gives you somebody to reach out to in your warm audience that you could get your first project with, and also to start to build your case studies, your testimonials, those kind of things. So that's probably the top of my list. After that, I'd start listing the things that I'm interested in, passionate about, because you are going to need to have some interest and passion around the niche that you serve, because there are going to be times when things are hard, and this is going to help you to push through things, push through that pain and push through that difficulty because you have passion and interest around that. So make a list of all those different niches and then start to narrow the ones down that you really want to focus on. Then you're going to ask yourself, do they have a pain point that I can solve with GHL? Pretty much all businesses have the same pain points. They need to generate leads. They need to follow up with those leads. Some of them need to book appointments. They need to close more clients. They need to sell more to those clients, and they need to retain those clients. And GHL probably checks all of those boxes, so you're probably good with this one consideration. Next, you want to ask yourself, that small list that we've kind of narrowed it down to, what is this niche stable? They're at least not shrinking. You don't want to choose a niche that's shrinking. So you either want to have one that's stable or growing or both, okay? And then you want to ask yourself, okay, so they're stable, but do they have the money to invest in my product and service? All right, so you don't want to obviously choose a niche that's broke and has no money because they can't pay for you. All right, so that's the next thing you want to ask yourself. And then the final thing is, can I reach these people? Can I get my message in front of them? So are they hanging out on social media? Are they watching YouTube videos? Can I put ads in front of them? Are there different associations that I can reach out to and do webinars and those kind of things? So those are the 4 considerations that I want you to think about. I want you to narrow down your list. I want you to pick one, and I want you to go all in for the next 6 months. Next, you need to create your offer, and I think this is where a lot of SaaSpreneurs end up going wrong. Most people, when they first get started selling GHL SaaS, are making this same fundamental mistake. They think they're selling software. So they finally pick a niche, right? And then they end up selling the features and the benefits of the platform, which on the surface makes a lot of sense, right? You've got this powerful piece of software that has a CRM capabilities, marketing capabilities. And so naturally you want to highlight those different features, but here's the problem. People don't buy software, they buy transformations. And the truth is, GoHighLevel by itself is not enough to get the person the results that they want. And here's why this approach fails. So first off, you're selling features instead of outcomes. So if you lead the sales conversation with like, hey, this software does X, Y, Z, then your prospect is going to end up getting overwhelmed. And honestly, they don't really even care about features. They care about solving problems. So the second reason that this approach fails is because the learning curve kills retention. So we all know that GoHighLevel is a very, very powerful tool, but it's also very complex. And so if your customers don't understand how to use it when they first get started, then they're probably not going to use it, and then they're going to cancel. And the hardest part about growing a GHL SaaS is not getting new clients, it's keeping the ones that you have. And if you're focused on just selling software, then you're going to spend most of your time replacing the customers that you lost instead of growing your revenue. So how do you fix it? Well, you're going to stop selling software and start selling transformation. So instead of just handing somebody a piece of software and saying, hey, good luck, hope you use it, wrap your high-level SaaS in a coaching program so that you can give them the step-by-step process and hold their hand through the process to help them to get the results that they're after. So this means coaching calls, it means on-demand training, and maybe even some done-for-you implementation. So now you're not just selling software, you're selling a complete system that's going to help them to achieve the results that they're after. And this is going to help you to not only sell more, but it's going to help you to retain your clients longer. All right, so now that you understand the best way to sell your GHL SaaS is not to focus on the features and the benefits of the software and try to sell it like that, but to wrap it in a full system, a coaching program, a course that's going to help your potential clients get the results that they're after. So you're walking them through the process that's going to help them to do that. Now let's talk about step 2, which is actually creating an offer, creating an irresistible offer so that you make it a no-brainer for your potential clients to say yes to buying from you. So when we're creating an offer, the first thing that we always do is we start with what's called a product roadmap. So what is a product roadmap? Well, a product roadmap is the step-by-step process that you take your clients through to go from where they are now, they're struggling, they're in pain, all the way to achieving all the results and the dream outcome that they're after. So your step-by-step process fills this gap for them, and it also shows your potential clients that you have a logical path that you can take them through to help them achieve the results that they're after, and that really goes into their logic and helping them make a decision. All right, so that is the product roadmap. But once we have the product, that is not the offer. The offer is how we package up this product to make it irresistible to your target audience. Let me share an example with you to make this picture a little bit more clear. All right, so this is ClickFunnels, right? So the product for ClickFunnels is a funnel builder. Not that special, right? There's plenty of funnel builders out there. And if Russell Brunson had just focused on ClickFunnels being a funnel builder and the different features of the software and the benefits of the software, he probably wouldn't have grown ClickFunnels as fast and as easy as he did. So instead, what Russell Brunson did, because he's a great marketer, is he packaged up his funnel builder into a complete system that helps people not only build funnels, but also drive traffic to those funnels, create the copy for their funnels. And so they get the complete system that's going to help them to get the result that they're after, which is not building funnels, but actually growing a thriving and profitable business, okay? So that is an example of not selling software, the features and the benefits of the software, but packaging it up into something that is a full system that helps your clients get the results that they want to achieve. So inside of our paid community and our high ticket program, which is where we give access to our SaaS, we show our clients how to package up this product roadmap into an irresistible offer, how to create urgency, how to create bonuses that will get people to take action. And then once we have packaged that up into something that's just irresistible and easy to say yes to, then we create what we call a beta offer one-sheeter. And this is what we use once we get people on a call to present our offer to those people and sell them into our GHL SaaS. So we'll talk about the funnel that we use to get those people in a call in just a second. So that is offer creation. All right, so now let's talk about the fun stuff. Let's talk about how to get leads. So this is every GHL SaaS is going to need to generate a lot of leads to be able to get people onto phone calls and close them into your GHL SaaS. So like we talked about earlier, the step that we use to create, the first step of creating an offer is we build out the product roadmap. Now, as you build out your product roadmap, you're going to identify the steps in that process that are just naturally more appealing and more attractive to your target audience. It's usually pretty obvious. And then you'll take those steps, and then what we do is we take those to ChatGPT. We have a conversation with either ChatGPT or Claude, and we ideate different, what we call lead magnets. So these are the things that we give in exchange for capturing somebody's email address and phone number potentially. And so we ideate with AI to come up with some different lead magnet ideas. And so the best lead magnets that work really well right now are things like cheat sheets, checklist, plug and play templates, scripts, AI prompts, more like utilities that help people accomplish a small task a lot faster and more efficiently instead of these big long ebooks which nobody actually reads. So when you're thinking about lead magnets, kind of think of those different utilities that you could create. Now, we do ideate, but we don't want to create those lead magnets unless we already have them created. What we first want to do is we want to validate the idea. So what we can do is we can go to social media and we can make posts like this and also send an email to our list, which is basically asking them, hey, if I created this lead magnet that helps you get this outcome, would you be interested? And what we want to do is we want to get people raising their hands saying that they want that piece of content. And if we get enough people doing that, then we actually will go off and build it. And we've created a system that uses AI to help you to create these lead magnets a lot faster and easier. So this process is pretty quick when you're trying to create these utility type lead magnets. Then the other type of lead magnet that we like to create is we take our product roadmap and we teach that in a masterclass. So we'll basically show the high level what to do. We don't give them the how to. And that becomes the free course in our funnel, which I'll show you in just a second, which we can also use as a lead magnet. So these are our two favorite types of lead magnets that we use to generate leads, and now we'll show you the funnel that we drive people into to nurture those leads and convert them into paying customers. So the best funnel for selling the type of system that I've been talking about in this video is what we call the community funnel. This is the funnel that we've been running for the past year, and it's by far the best funnel that I've ever run in over 14 years of entrepreneurship. We're booking like 90 calls per month using this exact funnel. So if you could book 90 calls for your GHL SaaS, how fast could you grow that thing? All right. So let's talk about how this funnel works. So I'm going to zoom in here. The first thing that we need to do is we need to drive traffic to the community. So we're driving people into a community, we nurture those people inside the community, and then we book calls. But let me break this down for you. So the first thing that we're doing is driving traffic. So how are we driving traffic? Well, personally, we are using Facebook organic, we're using YouTube organic videos, and we're running Facebook ads. These are our three core channels. We'll add on to those later as we get ready to scale. But right now, these are our core traffic channels. And so what we're doing is on these different traffic channels, and we'll show you this in just a second, we're promoting those lead magnets and we're driving people into our free community, which is where they can access those lead magnets. Now, once they're in the free community, we have all these different mechanisms that work to get people to book a call, and we'll show you that in just a second. And then once they're on a call, we just have a simple conversation. We see if they have a problem that we can help them solve. And if they do, then we figure out which of our offers is the best offer for their current situation. So if there's somebody that has a little bit more money, they want to move a little bit faster, then we can get them on a little bit longer call, have a longer conversation, and try to sell them into our high ticket program where it's more done with you, more hands-on help for me, more access to me, and a little bit of done for you elements as well. So that's our high ticket offer. That's for people that have a little bit more budget, they want to go a little bit faster, and they want somebody to do some of the work for them. Now, for the people that want to move a little bit slower, they want to go at their own pace and they want to do everything themselves, and they're just not willing to invest as much, we can downsell them into our paid community. And then inside of our paid community, once they kind of go through it, they finally want somebody to do the work for them, then we can upsell them into our high ticket program. Now, for both of these offers, they get our GHL SaaS. So we're not selling the SaaS, we're selling either the high ticket program or the paid community, which is a do-it-yourself type version of the program. All right, so both of these, we are selling GHL SaaS, but we're not focusing on the software. We're focusing on the system. So that is the funnel. Now let's actually talk about traffic. All right, so like we talked about earlier, our traffic starts with our lead magnets. So we want to have some lead magnets in place that we can start to promote on these different channels to drive that traffic into our free community, which we use to nurture our leads and then convert them into paying customers. So it starts with our lead magnets. Then we want to take those lead magnets and we want to start to promote them on, first of all, organic social. So here's an example of some of the posts that we use on Facebook, on our Facebook profile, to drive traffic into our community and get them inside of our community. All right, so these are what are called two-step posts. These are basically posts that say, hey, I have this awesome thing. If you want it, drop a comment below and we'll reach out and we'll send you access. All right, so what we're trying to do with these, we're getting hand raisers that are going to say, yes, I'm interested in this thing. And then we're going to reach out to those people in the DM, and then we're going to start a conversation, and then we're going to send them access to join the free community where they can access these different lead magnets. Also, we can transition those conversations into trying to book a phone call, get them on that phone call, and selling them into our different programs from there as well. So that's kind of the first thing we're doing, is we're creating these types of posts, two-step posts on social, and then we're driving traffic into our free community. Kind of similarly, what we're doing on YouTube is we're creating videos that align with the different lead magnets that we offer. And then in that video, we have a little short blurb that says like, hey, if you want this thing, it's awesome, come to our free community. Click on the link in the description to join our free community and get instant access. And you can see that this video had 1,700 views. This one had 4,900 views. This one had 5,400 views, all potential people that might be interested in those lead magnets and come join our free community to get instant access to those lead magnets where we can nurture them and convert them into paying customers. All right, so that's YouTube. And then the same thing that we do, same lead magnets we take and we put ad budget behind them to promote these lead magnets, get more reach, to our target audience. And then the people that are interested will click through, they'll go to our free community and join it so they can get instant access to these lead magnets. And that is how we're driving traffic and generating leads into our free community. We'll talk about now how we're converting those into paid customers. All right, so we talked about how we drive traffic into the funnel. We talked about what the funnel looks like. Now we're going to get a little bit more granular on how we use that funnel to convert people into paying customers. So the first way we do that is the call booking system. So the funnel basically works like this. So when somebody comes to join our free community, they have to answer our membership questions. So in these membership questions, we're collecting their email address, we're collecting their phone number. Once we collect that information, we're pushing that into GHL and we're following up with those leads using email and SMS. All right, so that's one way we're trying to book calls. In these emails and SMS, they're call to actions to try to get them to book a call. Also with Skool, you can actually send an automated direct message, which is also another way we're trying to book a call. With GHL, you just have to do this manually. Eventually, with GHL communities, you'd have to do this manually, but eventually you'll be able to automate that, I'm sure. So that's another. So that's two mechanisms that we're using to book calls. Also inside of our free course, which we talked about that we use as a lead magnet, every single lesson in these courses has a call to action to book a call. So that's another way that we're trying to book calls inside of the free community. Also, we have pin posts. So in this communities, you can pin 3 posts. And so one of those posts that always stays pinned is our community launch call post. And we really have strong positioning around our call. And I think that's one of the reasons that we're able to book so many calls is we just make it sound so valuable that people want to book it. And I honestly think that we could sell that call and charge for it if we wanted to. So pin post, that's another way that we're booking calls because we have call to action to book a call here. And then just our regular community posts that we're doing on a weekly or daily basis, we usually have a little call to action on those posts to drive them to book a call. And all that leads to our calendar where they can book a call. And then that is how we're booking 90 plus phone calls every single month to sell our different offers that we talked about earlier. And so booking calls is just one of the methods that we use to convert our free community members into paying customers. The other way that we do this is by running what we call conversion events. So let's talk about conversion events. So there's different types of conversion events. One that we do is basically just a promotional cycle. So this is where we'll make an offer and we'll use email and text message, and we'll also use community posts to launch an offer. And typically when I launch an offer, I don't want to do a discount. I want to add a bonus that just makes it even more irresistible. So our annual membership is pretty irresistible. So this is an example of a Black Friday offer that we ran that we added a bonus, which right here you can see it's the done for you white glove setup, which just made this thing just an absolute no-brainer. And so for Black Friday, what's cool about this campaign that we ran is that we actually sold out of our offer before the Wednesday before Friday. So we never even made it to Friday before we sold out because we only had limited spots, which is another way to create urgency around these offers to make people take action. So what we did is we created the offer, made it irresistible, and then we started sending a series of emails over a certain amount of days to promote that offer. We also used posts inside of our community. And the way that we do this is the first day is kind of like a teaser post. Hey, something big is coming tomorrow. Then we make the big announcement with all the benefits and the what's involved and what's included in the offer. And then what we did the next day is we pulled out a piece of that offer or one of the bonuses from the offer, and then we just made it really sound pretty awesome on the final day. So this was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We sold out on this post. And that is basically, how we run just offer promotions inside of our community. We did the same type of process to help me win the school games in December. And we won first place in the school games in December using this exact same process. So that's one way we're using conversion events to convert people. The next conversion events we can run in our communities are webinars. So the process is very similar. We're going to use text message and email, and then we're going to use the community post to promote not the offer this time, but an actual webinar. So we're going to get people on this webinar, and then we're going to give them a ton of value. We're going to help them crush some different false beliefs. And then at the end, we're going to present our offer. And then again, if we have made this offer just irresistible, we should have people taking action. We also want to create urgency around a certain deadline for this particular offer so that we can get people to take action. So that is webinars. And then the last one here is very, very similar. This time it's workshops. And this is probably my favorite conversion event. And what we're doing here is we're using text and email. We're using the community post to promote a workshop. And what I like about workshops is they get to spend, usually these are a little bit longer, maybe they're like 3 hours, maybe they're even a couple of days. And what that does is that gives your audience more time to spend with you. It builds the know, like, and trust a lot faster because you're helping them implement a piece of the strategy instead of just doing a webinar where you're doing a presentation. So you're actually helping them implement a piece of the process, and that builds the know, like, and trust faster. It makes it much easier for you to convert people, especially when you have a irresistible no-brainer offer. And that is exactly what I would do, like step by step, if I wanted to build a 10K per month GHL SaaS. Now, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about this process and how to build this community funnel yourself, I'm going to drop a link in the description so you can come join our free community, get instant access to our community launch secrets course that's going to help you to launch your community and get your first 100 members in the next 10 days. So I'll drop that link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.